morning, 10th of September 2025. The 10's all about change and fate, the wheel of fate, games of chance. Life is the biggest game of chance. They're talking about feelings again, because the song is more than a feeling. It's something you just know. Sometimes you have no idea how you know, but you know. And I believe it's by Boston, so the only thing I know about Boston is the Boston Tea Party, so that could be important. And I don't know much about that, to be fair. You Americans will be screaming at the screen. It's important, the Boston Tea Party. I know it is, but I can't remember why. Obviously a gathering of some people. And tea parties, for me, the biggest one is Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter. So the March Hare, so 1st of March may be important. Because that's how spirit work. They're talking riddles, and we've got to decipher the code. So whatever pops into your mind when you read Astral DJ is usually what they want you to know. It's your code to decipher. Thinking about Kelly today because I read the comments but I didn't get time to answer them. The funeral's today, so bless you, Kelly. Safe travels, Kelly's mum. The arms of her loved ones. Let's see. Pisces, prisoners. 3rd house of communication, so mind, prisons, and home and family life. So trapped in your head. Being a victim or playing the martyr, neither is good. Boundaries are needed. Don't let people step over your boundaries. Sacrifices made. So they're putting us at a crossroads again. We've gone around in circles. We've taken the wrong path as usual. And it's brought us back to the same place that we was at. A circle drive, I call it. If you choose to do the same thing and expect a different outcome, that is insanity. So insanity is in this. You are choosing to repeat the mistakes of the past instead of taking a new path, and that has to change with the destruction of 16. Those walls have to come down. You have to either be vulnerable or ready to destroy something. The tower falls. That could have some also connotations for tomorrow, as we know, we remember the Twin Towers. So 16. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The eclipse is there. I'm sure we've got another one coming up. I did miss the full moon. I'm sorry about that. But it is just the shell that's passed. And if Kelly's watching, that's what I wanted to know. The soul lives on, love lives on, with the two things that do not die. You have the moral high ground, so don't go backwards. Your inner child wants to get out and play. Your inner child knows that you need to find a better life-work balance. Number 10, positive here. That's Pisces and Neptune. We've got Pisces in the dice. It is time to leave the misery of the past behind. But it's your decision and your free will. So we have another choice. Are you going to keep going around in circles and have the same outcome? Go insane? Or are you going to make that decision? Someone here is either in denial, protecting others, or not sure of the facts. But this is Mercury retrograde, so we've got an eclipse of Mercury retrograde, and I haven't got my moon diary, so Elaine's going to have to help us out with us, see if we've got any coming up. So 16 is the most important card here. It is the Tower falls. We destroy something, but it is a blessing in disguise. It wasn't built on firm foundations in the first place. It wasn't meant to be a permanent structure in your life. 8 months, 10 weeks. Yeah, miracles can happen. There is your mental clarity, mental stability. It is hands, arms, shoulders, school days, siblings, children. It is someone maybe entering your life that works with discs, blades, cups or wood. It could be someone that wears many hats. The true self, the mask coming off. Yeah, there we have Aries, the father figure, the government officials, the father figures, the bosses, the princes, the kings. They are dictators. There we are, the highway. Aries energy, making foolish decisions, thinking that they are intelligent when they're not. Head and face injuries. So 1 and 28, Doris, Martin, and 4 and 31, Aries energy, and there he is again in the reverse, but in the minor arcana. Somebody is dishonouring the dead. Their actions dishonour the dead. They do not do what they say they're going to do. They don't put the money where the mouth is. Somebody is showing the true colours. Yeah, because they will be found out. 2 sevens. It's gone too far now. There's no going back. We see the deceit. We see the lies. Yeah. Spirit are giving you the gift there of a cup. A full cup. Your happiness. A conception. The vessel that carries your future. It is refillable by you within a month. It's neither half empty or half full. It's refillable by you. This is about your stability, your family unit, 10 years, financial gains maybe, and your emotional stability. So these two things are at their peak. They can't get better than that. We've got 3 tens, so everything is ending as you know it. There is no 11 of cups, there is no 11 of pentacles, there is no 11 of swords. It ends. But somebody, we've got 3 twos now, somebody has a decision to make, be it financially, emotionally or mentally. Not emotionally, sorry. Somebody's made a decision emotionally, but financially, mentally, and physically, they have not, because they're stuck in the past, crying over spilt milk, playing the martyr or victim possibly. It is time to realise that the past is over, the future is not promised, and we must live in the now. We can't leave it up to others to define our future. Swimming could be important. Water could be important. 2 years. Yeah. There is possibly someone that's made a widow or divorced. She is detached. She has been damaged, hurt. She is clear of mind. She could be a doctor, priest or lawyer, someone of a professional nature that gives good advice. It's Aquarius energy of any gender, but it's usually, if it's not an Aquarius, a woman of any of those things that I described. Your enemies will be overcome, even if those enemies are yourself. Something comes in fast, harsh words even, but it doesn't mean they're not true. Because somebody is being put at the gates of hell by others or by themselves, allowing negativity into their aura, be it financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally or physically. Daughters, hostages, toxic marriages. You have to be very careful what you put into your mouth and what comes out of your mouth, as in words written or spoken. Keep it positive. 2 and 29 is a negative energy. George, Marcia, and anyone born on the 2nd or 29th. You need a new team. The green light of go. It is time to go. It is time to walk away. There is a battle to come. A change will take place in someone's actions. You must stand up for yourself. Positive actions in the next 8 days. Yeah. 19, someone here, Heimdall, building walls, keeping you in the dark, in the hopes of blocking your path. So deliberately doing this. The 19, the Leo energy, the sunflowers, travel delays, issues with children, and lies, deceit and theft. You are being watched. There is someone here spying, someone who wants to poke the hornet's nest, deliberately trying to cause trouble, and it will bring that stability to an end. Another 10. So deceit and lies all over this, but the masks are coming off. Home and family life, Cancer energy, as we've always said, it could be that you was born on a battlefield and you feel comfortable in that situation. It's about the stomach and the breast, your home, your ancestral line, which we are dishonouring. The colour red, your parents, your childhood, your inherited patterns, family environment, upbringing in the womb. This indicates that parents will provide primary nurturing care. It represents archetypal parents sowing their particular energy into a person's psyche, so father, negative energy possibly, which resonates with the energy as it's met. The child recognises what he or she is programmed to expect, to work hard, because we've got Jack there with his kid, wants to be outside playing. But dad says, no, you've got to work hard, you've got to find responsibility, so very serious. So whenever an actual parent behaves in a certain way, the archetype is reinforced. This is especially so with outer planet placements. Pluto is powerful, dominated, manipulative. Neptune is elusive visions of perfection who cannot be relied on. So somebody who on Facebook looks like the perfect family, but behind closed doors they are not. They can't be relied on. So it's all based on lies. Cancer in Neptune, or Neptune in Cancer. Did it again, didn't I? And that is unknown because due to the long orbit, which means that Neptune won't reach these signs till the future, Neptune in Aries, Taurus, Gemini and Cancer are not included. So this is why the decision is yours. Nobody can tell you what will come next, but what they can say is that this cannot go on. So Thorazaz, yeah, the thorn in your side, the lies, the stone in your shoe, the sharp object, the bites, whatever. Thorazaz, Thursday, tomorrow. It is number 3 and it is about boundaries. We've got the 3 there, boundaries with Neptune. Well done, Spirit. And the god of thunder, which is the Tower. So well done. Number 3. It is protection from that. Oh, where's it gone? The thorn is the most sharp, the most evil thing that takes a grip on, extremely grim for any man to rest among them. And somebody here is resting among liars and thieves. Thorazaz represents a sharp thorn by extension of idea. It is also a blade, a knife or a fang. Therefore the rune is associated with a deadly bite of a serpent. So this year causing a death. It's the hiss of the snake the sword makes when it's drawn from a scabbard. Or it may be that someone was born in the year of the snake. It survives today in Thursday, the name of the 5th day of the week. Literally means Giant's Day, but associated with the mighty god Thor. The rune's name, Thorazaz, was an ancient title of the thunder god, and it has been suggested by some that the form of the rune represents Thor's hammer, although others think it merely shows a single thorn on a stem. It suggests boundaries. It's often marked with a thicket of hawthorn, which is Aries, which we've got there. By extension, it is important to know your own limits when this rune appears. Hasty decisions now will be regretted later, so it's definitely not a time to forge ahead regardless. Because of the rune's association with sharp objects, fangs and snakes, Thorazaz may indicate a time of personal risk. And maybe people around you are being less than honest or who do not have your best interests at heart. In business especially, extreme care must be taken, for there's a danger of being let down or betrayed. However, this can only occur if you're not sufficiently vigilant, so be warned. This rune may show you that you will soon have to defend yourself, but you've got the moral high ground and your actions in some way. However, it may also indicate that luck will arrive in the guise of a challenge. Tradition states that if used as a charm, this rune will blunt the words and weapons of your enemies. So if you've got any runes, take the Thorazaz one out, keep it in your purse. Write it on a piece of paper. Do what you need to do. Love lies bleeding. Once again, the heart bleeds and it's 16. So yes, this isn't going to be pleasant, but it's a blessing in disguise. Heartbreak, sorrow, loss. 16. So we've been through this quite a bit lately, haven't we? 16. It's Mars, War and Saturn the Truth. Amaranthus caudatus. Love lies bleeding. This plant gains its name from a drooping red flower reminiscent of blood flowing out of otherwise green leaves. So it's associated with any type of blood magic, as well as protection from shedding blood. It is time to magically, not medically, stop blood flow and bring healing, particularly when worn as a charm or in a wreath. Due to its symbolism, it has associations with slow death and suffering. If that's the case, I'm really sorry if you're at the bedside of a loved one that's going through this, and can be used in magic to commune with the dead. Though it's quite a harmonious and generous plant, as its main botanical signature, so signatures may be required. Be very careful what you sign. Read the small print. It manufacture of high protein seeds that can be used as grain. In Kabbalistic magic, the amaranth seed is one of the primary symbols of Chokmah, the second sephira of the Tree of Life. As the magic of the second sphere is the seed of creation, amaranth seed is used in Chokmah incense, oils and other formulas, and in turn is associated with phallic fertility, God on a cosmic level, such as Pan, the devil. The amaranth plant spirit is one to ease suffering of an emotional or mental nature, and we feel we are bleeding out our life force, particularly from an emotional wound such as the loss of a loved one, so Kelly, they're thinking about you, a breakup, a divorce or betrayal. Love Lies Bleeding aids is when we feel isolated and in despair, helping us see the bigger picture of our situation, accept that it is currently happening, but move forward to the next new thing in your life, a new conception. Putting our anguish into perspective, it keeps the flow to our process and nourishes us in our difficult times. So it is in reverse. Love Lies Bleeding indicates we are not accepting the help and support, nor the ending, to move through our own suffering, and need to examine why we are in love with our suffering. How can we move to the next phase, putting our suffering into perspective? Leave it behind. Pain is temporary and only part of your healing process. So, we have the crow as well, and it is, believe it or not, you're not going to believe it, Roman numerals 16. You can't get any clearer than that. The crow and the dogwood. There's a lack of intelligence here. Like I said, this person thinks they're very, very clever, but they're making stupid decisions. So, the crow and the dogwood, 16. Too clever for your own good is what I'm getting. So, the crow is an incredibly intelligent bird associated with the power of foresight. So if you could see the future, you wouldn't be doing what you're doing now. The ability to use tools, and that's what he does. He has all the tools at his disposal needed. So miracles can happen. Today it's often used to signify darkness or foreboding, but modern depictions rarely do the crow justice. According to Norse folklore, the crow is a powerfully positive symbol, and that's what that is. Stay positive. Meant to remind us of our skills and resources. It says you are capable of solving this problem. Like the crow, the dogwood has somewhat confused public image. Its beautiful, light-coloured petals convey gentleness and whimsy. Few know that its hard bark and strong frame make it a commonly durable tree, able to withstand even the harshest weather. You are stronger than you know. Let that tower fall. In reverse, you may feel like a fraud or imposter. The mask must come off. The crow is here to remind you of your intelligence, the dogwood of your strength. Your accomplishments are your own and deserve the success you've achieved. No one else took you to that point. Others will say they did. What am I knowledgeable about? What are my creative or professional goals, and how can I accomplish them? So if you're recently widowed or divorced, don't think that there's nothing you can do. You are more capable than you know. You have been the backbone of whoever this was. So fear not. We have got time, so we will pull one of these. But you can't get thinking than that, can you? 16 is the most important card here, and it's mostly positive. It's a blessing in disguise, should I say. It's not mostly positive at all. Gaia's Garden, the 18, I was waiting for that one. So the mother energy. So we've got mum and dad. Dad is angry. Mum is feeling the abundance. She's quite happy. She's got everything she wants. So, in Gaia's Garden, you have everything you need to make your dreams come true. You have all the tools at your disposal. There is no shortage of anything, and you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifest in tangible things. She represents the abundance of nature, and when she comes to you as an ally, she invites you to partake of all the blessings of life. Stop thinking about the negatives, start thinking about the positives. There is enough for everyone. Success comes to you through the fruits of your intentions. All is well in the world as a result. This is also a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude as your greatest good now manifests itself. Gaia's gifts are sweeter when you share them with others. So it is a blessing in disguise. This tower will fall, but whatever comes after is immense. Right, we've just got enough time, I think, to pick one, anyone. Rhinos, what's it say? Reconsider. So don't overthink it because it's in reverse. Don't overthink it at all. Reconsider. But do revisit because we've got Mercury retrograde. This card suggests that what you are hoping for, trying to achieve, is not to be the best outcome for you. Think again and consider a different option. So you're on the wrong path. You need to think again. Thanks for listening.